All right, Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out. The prophesy the downfall of Babylon, aka America. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And a sincere Shalom, all the Akim laboring in truth and sincerity and sound doctrine. Lord willing, this is edifying. Just wanted to do a video real quick speaking on just pretty much speaking on this guy Nate, just like it real quickly. And as you can see, my watch history, I've been watching the different videos such as Apostle Ramlab, Apostle Gabar, Brother GMS Awakening, I'm Gabar. Just a plethora of videos of brothers going in on the names Yahweh and Yahushua, the importance of it, and how this guy Nate, it's like,
it's a weak ass.
As the apostle just said, it's a weak ass argument, but they're pretty much speaking on this video here, done by Bishop Nathaniel of I.U.I.C. And it's titled Yahweh and Jesus, Shout Out Tuesday, I.U.I.C. And he went in on the sincerity of a question that one of Nate's followers asked. He asked a sincere, serious question. And in all actuality, by the reaction of some of Nate's flunkies, you can see that it's a question that could pretty much confound that argument of pushing the name of Jesus. And it just reminds you of how, the apostles rejoice to be persecuted and whipped, thrown in jail, teaching the importance of the name. It's a scripture that speaks on that. I want to get that real quick. I didn't have plans on getting that. Hold on. See if I can find it. Well, for one scripture in mind, and I'm going to go back to Blue Letter Bible. I'm going to come back to this in Exodus, but this is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And there's the importance in knowing the name, because under no other name in heaven shall you be saved. Which is in Acts, the 4th chapter, verse 12. It says, neither, and I'm going to highlight the precept before that, Acts 4 and 11. As a matter of fact, Acts 4 and 10. Be it known unto you all and to all the people of Israel that by the name of Yahushua HaMashiach of Nazareth, and I'm going to say the real names because as you see on the screen it says Jesus Christ of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom Yahweh raised from the dead, even by him doth this man stand here before you all. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which has become the head of the corner. And him being that cornerstone, that beginning building stone, that foundation, that it threatens the existence of those who were put out here to teach falsely, okay, because you need opposition, okay? There's right and there's wrong. You need hirelings to push forth Esau's agenda, just like you have the men that the Lord ordained to go out, and they're going to teach within those names. You know, it says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby ye must be saved. Now, I was looking for the example where Paul and the apostles were thrown into jail and scourged, and they left rejoicing in the name Jehovah Shem Yahushua, and they went right back to the synagogues to continue teaching in the name. Just like you see the elders and apostles on down who are teaching the doctrine that Yahushua left, you know, that building block that we got to continue building, which is going to lead us to what? Salvation. So I'm going to go back to my original point. I'm going to go back to Exodus 23. And I'm just bring this out real quick, and I'm going to leave it on the side of the screen until I need to search other scriptures. But it says, beware of him and obey his voice. Now, remind you, when Moses went to speak to the Lord, he told him, I am sent me. And that translates into Yahweh. I am. He is. Okay? For he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. And he's speaking of his son Yahushua. His name being in him, you get Yahweh and Yahushua. You cannot do that with Jesus and God, two different titles, man. As you can see on the screen on your left, I have the lyrics. Okay, the lyrics to this song, and I remember hearing this from many different groups. Well, this, I guess, is the original group that made this song, something about the name Jesus. And you see the lyrics, something about the name Jesus, something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest thing I know. Oh, I love the name Jesus. Oh, I love the name Jesus. It is sweetest name I know. Some people say I'm crazy, but I can't explain. And of course, you cannot explain through scriptures that this is the name that rings bells throughout the nation. Jesus has no power. People trample upon the names Jesus, okay? All right? Christianity, one of its strongest weapons to push that doctrine upon the people is this name Jesus. Because when you hear it, you think of a white image. Okay, you think of Serapis Christi, Cesare Borgia, man. You think of a false Messiah that can't save nobody, even himself, because it's not real. Now, as you can see in my search history, we're going to go to Jesus etymology, and it says the English name Jesus is derived from the Latin ioesus, a transliteration of the Greek. The Greek form is a rendering of the Hebrew Yeshua, which is not the real name, a variant of the earlier name Yehoshua, or in English Joshua, meaning Yah saves. Okay, well, you scroll down and you tab, where did the name Jesus come from? Masculine given name derived from ioesus, Greek, the Greek form of the Hebrew name Yeshua or Yahshua or whatever, man. You know. And through another search, you can go to the letter J's origin, and it says both I and J were used interchangeably by scribes to express the sound of both the vowel and the consonant. It wasn't until 1524 when Gian Giorgio Terracino, an Italian Renaissance grammarian, okay, we know, think of the Renaissance period, you think of rebirth, okay, the rebirth of these Edomites being in power, so they had to change up some things, okay. J being one of the, if not the last letter added to the English language. I was about to say bastard. English bastard language. It says both I and J are interchangeably. Renaissance, Giorgio Crescino, an Italian Renaissance grammarian, known as the father of the letter J, made a clear distinction between the two sounds. Okay? Was the letter J in the Bible? The form of J was unknown in any alphabet until the 14th century. In the original 1611 version of the King James Bible, there was no J letter in this Bible, for because it did not exist, James was spelled ioesus. Jesus was spelled ioesus. Okay, so you see the introduction of that letter J, bringing forth the pronunciation of Jesus, or the name or title Jesus, which was never around until that 1500s, man. What was Jesus called before the letter J was invented? Of course, they're going to have a Yeshua, a Yahshua, which we have today, and this is a go-to website one of the websites that I still use to today, and one of the websites that was given to me when I first came to the truth to go to it, and it has a lot of valuable, useful information. It has, you can click on this and go to the ancient in modern Hebrew, 12 tribes of Israel now, and now you see name of Yahweh or God and Messiah Hamashiach. Okay, and you go to the website. You can scroll down. It gives you scriptures and precepts, proving and breaking down. Which Nate did a video a while back, even before I came to the truth. Doing a thorough breakdown of the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Now, me being new in this truth, still fairly new, okay, with the amount of years I've been in it, I'm still new to this, but I seen the breakdown video of Nate going in. And this is Proverbs 30:4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou can tell? Exodus 23:21. Be aware of him. Obey his voice. Provoke him not. For he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. Even more precepts, okay? Giving you the close resemblance of the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, and how they go hand in hand, and the power that's in them. Okay? Why is it such a heavy push to disregard the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shah when your congregation and a lot of these people who claim to be Israelites have Hebrew names? So why keep throwing that Greek title in there? Because people know that they relate to that? No. They relate to it because it's been pounded and indoctrinated into the minds of the people, man. Zephaniah 3:9, it says, For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, to serve him with one consent. So, one group saying Yahweh Shah, Yahshua, that's confusion, man. But you see a remnant of men with one consent calling upon the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Those names are even known to, what would you call, so-called commoners or regular Israelites, okay, who are not fully woken up, but they know the names. They didn't come up to camp saying the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. It's not a secret anymore, those names. It's out there, man. And the power and the witchcraft behind Jesus Christ is losing its power. So they got to send forth the hirelings to continue to try to put that vibration out there. That confusion, okay? Along with the other confusion that's going on. This pandemic, all these different other prophecies which are jumping off the pages. And Esau with his mess, scrambling to try to, put more seconds on the clock. Like the end of a basketball game. The coach get the college basketball mostly. They try to prolong those last seconds to try to make a comeback. But the other team is just so much greater and better that those timeouts and those attempts to prolong the game to get some scoring done come to naught, man. If the scriptures say, if it was not of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, your works or whatever would come to naught, man. Just roughly paraphrasing. Okay? The Most High then proclaims that he doesn't have many names, which is contrary to the false doctrine of many false churches who say God has many names, which is a lie. And that's mainly pushed by these plantation Christian Bible thumpers, man. Zechariah 14:9, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth, and that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one. Okay? The Lord is a man that he cannot lie. The Lord does not change, man. So we're in the last days, prophecies are fulfilling. So we're not going to have one of the key components which brings us salvation. So that means we're not in the end with pedophilia at a high, all-time high, child abduction, murder. Okay, a famine is coming. They're doing away with paper money going into a digital currency. The microchip is here. It's July, and there is the microchip. June done passed, and there is still the microchip even then. So these false camps are losing energy because they're what? They're working side by side with their father, the devil, which is the so-called white man. Edomites, Esau, that the Bible speaks of. There is only one name that can save you, Acts 4:12. And a lot of these scriptures, okay, have been brought out by the elders and apostles and the different brothers, the bishops, and different deacons of the churches here who teach the doctrine of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah through the names of Great Millstone and other camps which push the same doctrine as well. Okay, the importance of the name. We use those names, man. We know there's power in them. Some brothers, it hurts them to even say the names or titles Jesus, Christ, and God, man. But for edification purposes, we let it be known. Okay, when people come up, we will use those names. But we also, if these people are worthy or they stay around long enough and sincere, they will get the real names. And if it's for them, the Lord will give that increase later on in their walk. After they leave from in front of a camp, when they come up with questions, if they're sincere, if they're scoffing, whatever it may be. The Lord is going to sow in their heart with the direction or the the way that the Lord wants them to continue their walk, whether it be for their destruction or whether it be for their salvation. Okay? That is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. And it gives you the different characters and different spellings and the different characters or letters from the Lashuan to the Syrian to the Phoenician or whatever, man. So, go back to this website, the Real Hebrew Israelites, all one word, and you'll see these different breakdowns and useful information that could be useful within your walk, okay? From the ancient modern Hebrew, the name of God, Yahweh and Hamashiach, the Messiah, 12 tribes of Israel now, Latinos, Indians are Israel, Deuteronomy 28 breakdown, how to read the Bible, Esau have I hated, stop loving, see, and this, to my knowledge, I think this website was set up by the elders and apostles, and it has tons of valuable information, which is not going to leave you unequipped in this time that we're in. We're in a time of our salvation. We're seeing the ushering in or the heralding in of Yahweh Shah's return, man. Not no ushering and return of Jesus Christ, because he never went nowhere, man. That name has been with us since our abduction and put into slavery, man. There's no power in those names, man. So what's the use of continuing to push it? Make the distinction that, hey, this is the false name, this is the true Hebrew name. I just had an encounter with an Ashkenaz, one of those E's at a gas station. He had the yarmulke on, and I had my 7 candlestick menorah, Manoir, I forget the pronunciation, Salaki for my absent-mindedness, but I had that on me as well. And at first I normally let these people go about their business, but I interacted with this guy, and I said, "Hey, man, you're a Jew, Jewish? What tribe are you from?" And of course, he said Levi, and I said, "Well, hey, I'm possibly from the tribe of Judah because I claim Judah, but brothers feel otherwise through the Spirit that I could be of another tribe. But one thing I do know through the Spirit is that I am a Hebrew Israelite." Okay, and one of the key components that helped my awakening was hearing the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. I even said that names to that guy, and he looked at me like, huh. So I said, we ain't supposed to know that over here, right? That we the true Hebrews, and you speak a Yiddish, Yehudi, whatever the fuck they say, and and he just looking at me like, how the fuck this guy know this, man? And I say, yeah, y'all people pretty much say y'all claim the uphold the Old Testament. So where are the other tribes? And what is the use of y'all even using the Talmud? You know? And he laughed, grinned with that devilish smirk, and okay, I gotta get out of here. Just that look of I still have a little bit power left, guy. And of course, I made the point known that, hey, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm not attacking you. I am Shemitic. Okay, that term Semitic is another made-up term, just like the titles of Jesus Christ and God, man. So call halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that the Lord used King James to bring us, okay, the English transliterated Bible, 1611, with the original names and words that were used, the different Greek titles, no letter J's nowhere, to the time that we're in now, where the elders and apostles and the men of the Lord have done a thorough research, and the Lord supped with them to give us everything we need in this present day for salvation. And this is still a very powerful website. I'm surprised that it's still up and around, but I just wanted to do a quick video going in on the importance of the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and the very unimportance of Jesus Christ and God. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. The original point of this lesson is the names, and this song here is something about the name Jesus. And yes, it's definitely something about it. Okay? And that's something that is not the true name of the name of our Messiah and our power, Yahweh. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Avakwakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and the sincere Shalom to all the Akim, laboring in truth and sincerity and sound doctrine. Till next time, we'll say Shalom. Mawaf Lababal, Death to Babylon. Shalom.